not a scientist. So.
Yeah, we're not scientists.
No.
We are not scientists.
Yeah,
we know
just a
absolutely
disclaimer.
nothing. We do
Yeah.
not know anything. We're bullshitting all of this right now. This is the idea behind this. It's like, I guess, a separate podcast in a way.
I guess, yeah, I don't know. Let's figure out a name, maybe. Yeah.
I truly believe handling yourself and being nice to people and I believe in karma.
Mm-hmm.
I think karma is like proof. I think karma is proven fact. I really do. I don't think that it's something like you believe or don't. I think that it's as true as the sky is blue. Like, I think it's like a real thing. Because karma, it can be very obvious. It's just people don't want to admit that that's karma. But it's like, if I punched you in the face right now, that would fuck up everything, like of my entire life.
I mean,
like, if I punched you in the face, if I just right now laid you
Yeah.
the fuck out, right? Maybe not laid you up. I'm not gonna say I beat you over anything. Let's just say I punched you in the face, and then you're like, you leave. Like, I finish recording, whatever. I throw the podcast away. You go back. You have a black eye. Kevin's like, he's like, Dan just punched me in the face. Say what? Yeah, unprovoked. And then like, you guys get mad at me, and then you guys start whatever. Like, you're like, what the fuck? You know,
Yeah.
whatever that leads to in life, of me punching you in the face, negative. It's going to be negative.
yeah. I just think, like, is that karma or is that just, like, pure, like, consequences?
Consequence.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel like consequence is karma.
I don't think so, because
Really?
think about all the people that just get away scot-free with doing horrible shit every single day.
You know, you get away with it, but you also don't. It's like
I don't know. Do you think Jeff Bezos is really fucking getting caught up by karma very much right now?
I think
He's
that
loaded.
yeah, but as we discussed earlier,
It's not happiness, I know,
don't
but I don't think
make
I don't
you
think his
happy.
unhappiness would be coming from his fucking exploitation of, like, workers and shit like that, and his bad business practices. I think his bad deeds in basically, I think the things he has done to garner his wealth have many of them have been, like, negative, and he will likely never see the repercussions of it. And for that reason, I just don't think karma is real. Because unless if it is real, it is real picky. It selects and chooses for some reason.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's like that's such a massive scale thing. Like, anything Jeff Bezos has done, signed off on, or approves of, or whatever, it's very relative. Like, let's not act like Nike and all these other things aren't doing the same shit.
Well,
And
yeah.
let's not also act like
that's
it's
my
only
point. It's
him
all over the
making the
place.
decision. Like, these
Well, yeah.
decisions are being made like by going through hundreds of people
No, I get
until
that.
it's finally like done.
But he is at the
so I
top,
think it
like,
kind
he
of
has to
gets
say.
chopped up.
No,
Like,
I get you. It
and-
is a very, like, complicated situation. So it's like,
And I don't think,
it's
and
not
I
a
just don't
great
think it helps him
example, but
sleep.
even no, sure, but can you really call having a heavy conscious karma? I don't know. I don't think that's equal to fucking how much pain someone can fucking put on other people and, like, just get away with it. Like, there can be many more simple such situations where it's directly, like, someone will literally just fucking blow someone's head off and never get caught for it, and nothing comes back to them for it.
I don't think karma is necessarily equal. Like, I think, but it can also be, it can be worse in your favor. Like, it could go against you worse than you thought. Like,
No, it can't.
shit
yeah.
comes back. I just feel like everything comes back in one form or fashion. So doing as much, but I think of this in the positive way too. Karma is good as much as it is bad. But, like, let me think of it like this. I frequently am picking up people from, like, the bars, whatever, when they're stranded. They don't got a ride, whatever. I'll pick them up. And then nothing comes of it. They say thank you. I feel good about it. And that's all I get out of it.
Yeah.
Is that worth the gas and the drive and waking up and going out at 3 a.m. feeling good? Maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who cares? But then there's one time I picked up some people. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. And I picked them up. And it was a little bit extra. I went the extra mile. But they got me a $25 gift card to Wendy's.
Mm.
I don't think what I did was worth $25 gift card to Wendy's. But that was karma. That was the karma. It came back positively towards me.
I get you.
And I just feel like while it might not be equal all the time, like, shit will typically balance out, but in the end, there's so many people in the world. Like, some people are just gonna keep getting lucky and getting away from it. But I feel like the only way to really assure that you're gonna be alright is to continuously do good things, because you won't get bad karma for doing good shit. You can't.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I just kind of disagree. Like, I feel like it. At the end of the day,
it doesn't necessarily go to me.
If karma's not equal, then how are you able to quantify that it even exists? There's just no, like, there's nothing to suggest that it even is, like, anything.
Technically is equal, but it's not equal to you as the individual. I think it's equal to humanity. Because, ready? Say I do something nice for you. You might not necessarily do something nice for me, or, like, thank me in an equal fashion.
Mm-hmm.
But then you are a happier person, even just by that little bit. You might then go do something nicer.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're putting out. It's karma for humanity. Really. Yeah. I'm kind of explaining it as it's happening, but as I'm saying this. But that's more what I've been trying to say. It's like when you put out the good, you can generate good or bad.
I do agree with that. Yeah. I just think on an individual level.
Yeah.
Individual karma does not really exist, but I think karma does exist within a larger sense, because the more good you do to other people, they'll be in a better mood. They will be in a better mood to do good things for other people. It can cascade. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
and I feel
putting
like
good out to the world can increase it exponentially, but it's not always.
Especially in your immediate circle. Like, if I do something nice for you, that's much better than me doing something nice for someone. Like, if I help an old lady cross the street, some shit like that'll help me more. But, like, in the end, you're doing the same level of good for some old lady. Like, you know, my coworker, we each have a passion statement on our cubicle. And it says, like, mine says, like, something funny, something witty. I forget what it is. My coworker says, be the reason someone smiles today.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that, because it's just, like, it's just good shit. Yeah. It's just good energy. If I'm make someone else smile, make them happier, they do something nice for the next person, pay it forward type shit. But you're not even realizing that it's happening. Next thing you know, after a huge cycle, maybe it gets back to you. That nice thing you did 3 years ago has worked its way around Massachusetts and come back to you.
Did a loop.
Did a whole loop.
Fair enough.
I mean, knows? Maybe not, but
no.
Who knows?
I mean, it's
better than if you do something bad. You know.
Yeah. No. I mean, obviously, a bad is always going to be like. I feel like doing something. I don't know, actually, because you can do bad things and profit from it. But at the same time, I feel like people do good things and gain very, like, terrible things in return. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I read this story of some old lady that tried to, like, stop a robber from, like, jumping out of from stealing shit from a store, and he shot her. She fucking died.
Yeah.
And that was it. She was trying to do something good, and she got pretty much the worst karma you can get, I guess. And it's like
directly to her.
When shit like that happens, it's like, I don't know.
And then, so she tried to stop a robber. And let's say she has a child. Child hears, oh yeah, no, your mom died a hero. She was trying to help people. Now that child grows up, decides to help people like his mama did. It's just.
Or he saw his mom's brain splatter on the fucking Cheetos on the aisle.
Because that guy did something bad.
Yeah.
And then that's bad karma to him.
But it could even give bad karma to. I don't think an old lady getting shot really gives any good karma out to anybody.
I don't know. I disagree. I think there's good in everything. Crazy enough. There is. Like, I think about my work. We sell on around when George Floyd died, right? Our company, I wasn't there yet, but it was starting to come out with body-worn cameras for, like, police.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to have in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, demand for body-worn cameras is higher now than it has ever been, like, ever prior. Yeah. And so someone's margins, my job becomes easier because George Floyd died.
I get that.
And so it's not saying, like, if you could go back and you change that, you probably would. But even my dad thinks of 9/11 like this all the time. He said he's never seen the country more together and unified than the days following 9/11.
No, I get that.
So good things can come from terrible, atrocious.
Yeah, no,
things.
absolutely. They can come from good things.
And I think
good
every
things
time
can
something
come from them.
every time about good shit comes from something that's
What about
bad.
this lady left her 5-year-old kid in the car and he died in there, right in the driveway. He was locked in his seat, couldn't get out, and he's dead.
I think that there is good that can come from that. Oddly enough, I think
don't
that
know.
if you
I feel like you're just
because
you're
hear,
just describing consequences here.
because you hear that story, right?
Yeah.
You hear that story, and it just makes you feel like, oh, dude, what the fuck is wrong with some people? Blah, 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 blah. And then I think it just it gives you some clarity. It gives you a little bit of like, oh,
Yeah.
this, and then you go do something minor. Nice.
I get it. I get what you're saying. Like there can be some like there's always some form of positive to like find in any situation really. There's always a way to look at a situation to see what you want to see really. But at the end of the day, it's random. Like I don't know. I don't feel like that's a good like point for saying that there's karma. Just because like I feel like it's just consequences. Like events have a lot of variables and just like there's a lot of things that they're like every little thing, like the butterfly effect. One little thing can have a lot like large ripples, and I just think that those ripples are not dictated by like if it was good or a bad action. It's just shit just happens because of how the world works basically.
In a vacuum, I agree with you, but I think if I live a lifetime of doing good things, like the odds are like, because if you do something good, right, and that creates a bunch of ripples, it's very random, but more than likely, like maybe like let's say there's like a 5% chance something good happens to you, 4% chance something bad happens to you from it, and that is the odds the rest of the way. And like there's a bunch of little tiny percentages for everybody else in the world, whatever. If you live a life of 5% versus 4%, and after a lifetime of decision making, you'll be mint. And I think that that's kind of the grand scheme of it. Like
I do get what you're saying.
Overall concept of
Yeah.
And that's kind of the only thing I can like live my life by. If I don't live my life like that, then I'm just gonna be miserable. I don't put up with being miserable. I can't be bad. I can't be mean to people. I don't. It's not acceptable under any circumstances.
No, I get what you mean, and I agree in the fact that like there are absolutely many reasons personally and just like in general to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like if you put in good, you will likely get good out. You know what I mean? Like it's if you do good in the world, like obviously you're not going to get good things back for everything that happens. Sometimes it might not work out even, but I think if you are kind to people and you help people out and like you have that reputation, it'll help you mentally and it'll help you in your relationships, and that can easily help you. And obviously if you're doing bad things all the time, a lot of people do get away with them, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people, it does come back to bite them in the ass, and they do have karma. But I think at the end of the day, it's all explainable. I don't think karma is a variable in the events that happen, basically. I think that's what I'm saying, like, with all this. Like, I don't think karma is actually affecting anything that happens. I think what happens is just the events that unfold. And I think there's absolutely, like, I think there's quantifiable reasons, basically, other than karma, that putting good and not bad into the world is, like, a thing that you want to do, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I just don't think that there's a such thing as like karma, like a fucking invisible force that's just like dictating like who gets what. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either, though.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think you're right. I guess I'm misusing the word karma.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's kind of
that might have been what this entire argument was about then.
But still beautiful.
Or not argument, but
it's still good talk.
Discussion. Yeah.
I feel like I'm just misusing that word. Like, I don't think of it like an invisible force. Like I think of it as something that you can influence. Like it's like. It's just how it comes back.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
it's just the way it's put out into the world, how it comes back.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, some people say that, like, karma's, like, fucking, oh, if you do this, you will, like, if you do this, karma's gonna fucking, you got it, buddy. Like, you're good, you're a good boy. I'm gonna pat you on the fucking back, because I'm, like, karma god. It's just not how I see it. I think karma is, like, you can use it to describe, like, what comes back to you just from, like, the events that you unfold, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I do. I guess that's kind of just the way I put things. Honestly, this will be the last thing we talk about. We can go on this for a little bit though.
Okay.
So decisions, like the decisions you make on a daily basis. Do you think that you have say on, like, your outcome ahead of you, or
do I believe in like free will?
Free will, yeah. Do you believe in free will? Do you feel like you have say, or like even like that could tie in? Like, do you feel like we're in a simulation of some sort?
Yeah. It's tricky.